Hi guys. TL wanted me to read Captain Canuck. I'm not at all familiar with this character. Well, I'm from Canada, but I don't know who this character. I've heard of. I think I've seen like a maybe like one of the more recent comics, at my comic store maybe. But I'm not at all familiar. This is like an independent character. Apparently, this was made in 1975. So, first fantastic issue, Captain Canuck. Plus the opening saga of John and much, much more. I don't know what the John is. I'm not sure what that is. So, the story's called Arctic Standoff. Now, the comic panels are a bit weird, and the art's kind of weird too. It's pretty unique, but I don't know. You guys may like it or not like it. Dotting the desolate vastness of the North, alert stations like uh, Piact as all-seeing sentinels for the continent. So that looks like a real-life image of a radar station. So May 8th, 1993. So that would have been 18 years in the future when this comic was written. 0748 hours. ASPI 4. Man, I got 2 months of this left to go. Often the technicians/guards who man these remote outposts lack the self-esteem and enthusiasm of the missile men, and in time they suffer from boredom and loneliness. Beep, 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 beep. At least I had plenty of time to read. Hey! What the? Alert condition blue. PIA or PI4 confirmed condition blue. Confirmed. 5 UFAs seem to appear out of nowhere. All indications are they're hostile. Surely you have them on your screen. At their present speed, they'll beat PI4 location in seconds. Oh, this is part one. I don't know. I saw the ending. It looks like it kind of ends pretty conclusively. So I don't know what the sequel will be about, because I kind of like skimmed through the comic. But so original character Ron Leishman, plot and story Richard Comley, writing assistants Dave Abbott, editor and artist Richard Comley. Defense Room CISO HQ Ottawa, Canadian International Security Organization. The main observation and strategy room for CISO and CAF Air Weapons Control. PI-4 has been cut off. We have regained total contact with our satellites. All attention is drawn to the sudden appearance of the red phone. So, I don't know what these numbers are for. Bzzz. Yes, sir. Sir, it's the Prime Minister. General Sun, the President of the U.S. is on the line. What's the present situation? Alert PI-5 spotted. 5 unidentified aircraft because of some interference. We had no warning from any of our satellites. Canadian and U.S. fighters will make interception in 6 minutes. Our Seismo satellite will be transmitting a visual to us in a few seconds. Meanwhile, let's get a look at these obviously hostile flyboys. In 20 seconds, their satellite will have us on camera. How do I look? Real cute, funny boy. You're really enjoying this, aren't you? Don't worry about the men in the alert station. There's nothing they can do to us. There will be no unnecessary killing. Yes, sir. Looks like we're on. Put us in audio contact. Hear this! Call off the approaching fighters, or face total thermal destruction. We will now take over the control of Canada. They're making contact. Sir, I think you should come to HQ. Now! It's hard to believe it's really happening. Who are they? You are wise to call back your aircraft. Now listen carefully to your new leaders. Tunneling below the ground surface, a nuclear-powered monorail shoots towards a small CISO airbase in northern Quebec. The predictions of Canada becoming the most important country in the world became a reality in the 1980s. This posed new threats and problems for Canada's leaders, and for the countries that depend upon Canada's supply of natural resources. Thus CISO selected 2 men of unequaled physical and mental prowess to be trained as special super agents. Prime Minister, they're on their way. Arriving in minutes, they move quickly to an awaiting aircraft. Their mission, infiltrate and destroy the invading aircraft. All detection scrambling devices are go. We will land within 30 kilometers of their airships. Then we go by snowmobile. To within 3 kilometers. Then we go to the rest of the way on foot. We'll maintain maximum speed at the lowest feasible altitude. We land in 42 minutes. Attention, Government of Canada. You will order your forces to surrender all weaponry, and instruct the U.S. Strategic Air Command not to interfere. Let's get saddled up. We should reach their ships in 20 minutes. It looks like a standoff. We only have a few hours before they carry out their threats. I've programmed the MDP computer to feed us data each step of their advance. They will never suspect that just 2 men would attempt to stop an invasion. So he's pulling out his gun, I guess, or I think it's it looks like a gun. Blue Fox, let's move out. The sub-zero climate is unnoticeable when these electrothermic units are on. So electrically heated underwear covering the entire body, except the head, RC. Wow, this snowmobile can really cover ground. Enjoy the ride, Canuck. It may be our last. I know Canuck is kind of like a... I don't know why they named him that, because that's actually kind of like a slur. Sort of. I don't know, I'm not really... I live in a kind of different place in Canada, so I don't really... I guess people in different provinces would interpret it. I don't really interpret it as such, but I don't know, I guess it depends on... In Canada, there's a there's a hockey team on the West Coast called the Vancouver Canucks. So I don't know, I don't think it's that bad. But I get indications of slight blizzard conditions ahead. Zoom. They increase speed as they move across the unpredictable ice fields. Sorry about that, Blue Fox. Looks like we walk from here. It's only another 14 kilometers. Only one thought runs through his mind. Reach the enemy's aircraft and destroy them, or die trying. The 2 mighty men are totally unaware that they have the undivided attention of one very large and hungry polar bear. The 2 men's strange appearance or scent doesn't alarm this hungry predator. The polar bear is one of the few animals that deliberately hunts man. He probably believes them to be seals, and hunger is always dominant over fear. Where are you, Blue Fox? Before Blue Fox can ready his gun, the sound of rifle shots are heard, and the huge bear collapses. Easy, Blue Fox. He meant to kill the bear. Thank you, friend. Do you speak English or French? Yes, my name is Utak. I owe you much, Utak. I think that's how you say his name. We have to come to stop an enemy that has come to capture our land. I hear great noise from alert station. Utak's friends at station. That's where we're headed, Utak. That's where the enemy have their weapons. We will make it a swift journey with my team. They head directly for the alert station with Utak leading. So he's with the dogs and Utak, Captain Canuck is. There is open water ahead. Quickly, Captain Canuck eases a huge block of ice into position. Utak, take them across. Alert station close, just over the next ridge. Thanks, Utak. We must go without you from here on. Goodbye, my friend. Good hunting. All ready, Captain. We must first get to that building. We'll then go through the tunnel to the energy control room. The computer determines this to be the best possible plan. They're probably using the station's power source for their missiles. I think we have come far enough. Finally, the blackness gives way to swirling shapes and strange sounds. The main control room on board the enemy command ship. As his mind struggles to consciousness, numbness dominates his body. Then the situation becomes clear to him. Blue Fox has taken him captive. He's regaining consciousness. Now I will interrogate him. There is time for that later. We will now inform their government that we have Canuck. Oh, so I guess they're like Russians or something. He's regaining consciousness. Now I will interrogate him. There is time for that later. We will now inform their government that we have Canuck. We knew when we planned this invasion that the capitalist pigs would attempt this. That is why you were planted in CISO, Blue Fox. When they see their mighty Canuck as a prisoner, they will realize that we are superior. Then they will surrender. Don't be so sure, Foxy. They may decide to shoot it out. They are not brave or foolish enough to attempt shooting down all of our missiles. That would be very foolish. I think he's meant to look like Vladimir Lenin. So yeah, I guess he is like a Russian or Soviet. That would be very foolish, even if your lasers did manage to stop our missiles. The effects of the fallout would be devastating. We have come to take control of this country so that we can help all mankind. You capitalists have mismanaged your huge supply of resources for much too long. You couldn't completely indoctrinate us. Now you want us to try and force us? Our leader decided that this is the only way. You people will not understand that our methods and systems will save the whole world. You are wrong. By taking away one's free agency, you put an end to real happiness and progression. You and your leaders only plan to help yourselves, not mankind. Suddenly, like a giant spring, enough talk! Take it! I'll find my own way out, thank you. Stick around. It's cold outside. Order them to throw down their guns. Don't shoot your commander, man! The crazed Blue Fox leaps for the missile controls. I'll let you dogs taste our missiles first, Canuck! Knowing he must stop him from reaching the controls. No, stop! He shoots. Yet, as he sinks into unconsciousness, the mechanical voice announces his virulent deed. 90 seconds to missiles. 2, 3, 5, launching. Dear God, help us!
Those missiles are aimed at the prairie provinces. I never wanted to use the missiles. I wanted to surrender.
8.5 seconds to missile launching.
They cannot be stopped in time. We are now at war. And now you die. There are millions of people down there.
Suddenly, his mind seems to quicken. He knows now what has to be done. And 80, 75, 70. Nothing can stop him. 65, 60.
I'm pulling the plug on those missiles. It's all over, Canuck. Boom.
Close behind, the commander takes... Oh, so that's describing... Okay, close behind, the commander takes deadly aim. But before he can pull the trigger, Utak's rifle is heard again. By brute strength and 8, 7, 6. Total thoughtlessness for his own safety, he succeeds in shorting out the power system. I should have made a sound effect. I'll make a sound effect. Whew. Here comes the cavalry, just in the nick of time. We moved in sooner than we planned. I don't know why, but I feel so compelled to do so. God was helping us. And the CISO people kidnapped the Russians. So within minutes, CISO agents surround the entire invasion force. And there's some more things. So, Canadian Internal Security Organization. Report of invasion. It's hard to read. Attempt of May 8th, 1993. Conclusion. All enemy invaders apprehended. Mission: locate and arrest the invaders' underground communist leader, known as Zero. Captain Canuck. And against the flaming sky, the huge black missiles remain standing as a grim reminder of Canada's great responsibility in the efforts to maintain world peace. The end. We wish to acknowledge these special people for their help and support. Evelyn Comley, Janice Abbott, Mr. and Mrs. C.R. Comley, Dick Thomas, John Purvis, Charles McClelland, Summer James, and Rod McMahon. So yeah, that's the end of that comic. So yeah, that's kind of a very different comic, but anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, that'd be appreciated. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys later.